So, spoiler review of Birds of Prey.
Yes.
Mike Kalinowski,
Yes.
Roxy Striar.
Here we go.
Let's get into this.
Bum-ba-dum-ba-bam-ba.
Spoilery thoughts. Favorite part, least favorite part.
Favorite part by far is the Black Canary doing her coming in her own and doing the canary cry. It was so built up.
Yeah,
because
you said yeah.
I like leaned forward. I started clapping because they did. I mean, I loved is they teased the mother, the history that she worked with Gotham Police Department. There's been a history there. She died, and the police department didn't do anything about it. And she was like, "I'm not helping you guys. Look what you did for my mother. Screw this."
I love that moment.
And
where
she's
she
just
goes
like,
and says
"Fine,
that.
that's on me, but this will never happen under me." And then when she finally builds up the courage and does the canary cry,
That was amazing.
it was like the music hit at the right moment for me. That was the best spoilery moment for me in the film.
For me, I'm obsessed with any woman helping woman scenes because that's all I
That's the
want
whole
in
movie.
life. And it is, but like that one moment that's made press everywhere where she takes off the hair elastic, Harley, and gives it to Black Canary, I think is amazing. But also, I loved the alley scene where Harley is about to go into the car because the guy and Black Canary kicks the living. I mean, you talked about that scene, but
fighting with them,
it's
like,
amazing.
I don't know why they haven't done enough showing like behind the scenes videos of those girls training.
Right.
Because some of those fights like that, the fight scene in the jail with the water, I don't know how they choreographed it because the way they're moving.
That's another one of my favorites. The prison
But the
fight
way that they
scene.
move in some of these scenes, like, are they on wires? But it doesn't look like wire work. It's
don't
just
know.
the stunt women that they got her. If they train those girls to fight like that, like the kicks and spins that Black Canary does,
Incredible.
it's John. I want to say his name, Jonathan Eusebio. He's part of the 8711 group. He's well trained, known for like these type of films. I think he did some of the DCU films and worked on those.
Wow.
But you could tell. And interesting enough, and my friend who had worked on the film, she has been dying. I've been dying to talk about it because she came to me when those reshoot rumors. She's like, "Hey, Mike, I can't say anything, but just so you know, they're not adding anything. All they're doing is adding action."
What did you feel about the Funhouse?
Loved it.
Amazing.
And let me say the Funhouse, because that to me, it was all shot in LA, and you could tell, like, especially the downtown scenes was LA.
Because remember, we broke that story here on the show that they were shooting downtown.
That Funhouse and all that was at the Titty Club or the Titty Twister or the.
Sure.
That's what it was called. I think they made me at the Titty Twister or whatever.
I don't know about that.
No,
I think that's what it's called.
It was not called that.
I don't think it was called that.
Yes, it was. It's
No, it
like
was
the
not
booby
called that.
trap.
Yeah.
Okay, close enough.
Titty Twister and Booby Trap.
Same thing,
Kinda
both
different.
strip clubs. That whole set felt like Gotham to me. Like, that's Gotham City. It was like moody and eerie, and the Ferris wheel in the background with the lights coming
Yeah,
in.
at times it didn't feel like Gotham, but at times it really
Right,
did
the
feel
downtown
like
LA
Gotham.
seems, and maybe because we do live in LA, as like, oh, this feels like LA.
LA, yeah, but
But that
the dock
whole
scene was
the
really
dock
great too,
and
how
where
they
it
shot
was all
that.
kind of together.
Yeah,
That felt like Gotham.
I
to
thought
me.
that was truly incredible. Question for you about Cassandra Cain.
Yes.
because I was really confused about the backstory they were going with her
Yeah.
here, with the people arguing upstairs.
She's just
and
an
that-
orphan.
So is that what was going?
I guess like Cassandra Cain is an orphan, but her she's David Cain is her father.
Right, so-
who's this master assassin. Like, so they just, and it's a bird of prey, and there's Cassandra Cain, and she could lead down the way.
I actually thought the actress did an excellent
She's
job.
great.
She was wonderful.
That's what I'm saying. Just call her Sharon Jones or something.
I know that Ryan, when we were talking, I hope you don't mind that I share this, but one of the things that upset Ryan about the film was the amount of violence or threats of violence towards children. How did you feel about that?
I didn't really. It's an R-rated film, and we do need the stakes elevated. We do need these women to want to fight for her and go. Oh, but at the end, all four of those women banded together to protect that kid.
The kid, yeah.
So that was.
I love that switch. A lot of people are saying there's not a lot of character arcs, but I feel like Harley had a massive arc.
Oh my
in
God.
this. Huge.
What I love is-
and so did Dinah
And I will say this: I think Huntress,
and Huntress
but her story.
and Renee.
Yeah, they all had arcs.
Huge arcs.
Even Black Mask.
Black Mask.
Oh my
even.
God.
So
He is
that's
a
something we haven't
scene
mentioned. Ewan
stealer.
McGregor. My favorite and least favorite thing about this film is the fact that Ewan McGregor is clearly one of the best parts.
Yeah.
And the fact that like I want to be like it's all of the other people, but really Ewan McGregor does steal this movie many times. I mean, he's so good.
And it's a choice. The things he makes, you're like, how did you even come up with this to do this? Like, it's just a testament to him being such a great actor because he's like he does so many. That scene with he meets when he's talking to Dinah about all his masks. It's hysterical.
It's hysterical.
Little tiny ears.
Is it? If you describe this movie, would you describe this as a drama or a comedy more?
A comedy.
Definitely.
It's a comedy.
And would you say so? It's an action comedy.
Yeah, it's an action comedy in the vein of.
But it had a lot of heart.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. The only an issue I had aside from the Cassandra Cain thing, the issue I had, I would have liked to have seen Huntress in her outfit because she is fully established as the Huntress already. This is not her story building up. We do get her backstory, but I would have liked to seen every time she showed up to have some more of a costume.
Can I say something that I loved about Huntress,
Please
though?
do.
And I get what you're saying, but I know that we have time for that down the line. I loved that when we first saw Huntress, I was like, uh-oh, I do not like this. I don't like what she's doing.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm sitting there thinking, like, this is not a good character choice.
Yeah.
What is happening? And then when we see her later on in the mirror being like...
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. And it's just so funny.
It's not a damn bow and arrow, not 12, it's a crossbow.
Yeah. And because then I'm like, oh, it's a bit. Because at first I was really
It was
nervous
her
because I was like,
character.
Mary
It's like-
Elizabeth Winstead is better than this? What's happening?
Right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And then when we flip, I'm like, oh, that was brilliant because they made us think that she was in like a completely different movie.
Right.
And I also like that Renee Montoya is
Hold
in a
on.
completely
Dave
different...
Datura, I don't get the love for McGregor in this movie. I thought he was one of the weakest parts and a caricature. Interesting. Now, Dave, are you a big fan of and I want to say comics, but we really haven't had a definitive
Black Mask.
Black Mask. He's kind of, if you watch Under the Red Hood, the animated film, which is kind of one of the best ones, he's kind of this over-the-top, talks like this the whole movie. And then he's in the Arkham games. I don't know. This, again, it is never in a million years would I've thought this is the way they're going with Black Mask.
Yeah, me neither.
But
it was
he
so
could have
great.
been just a random mob thug guy. It's just another bad guy. I'm angry. I'm going to get my diamond, this and this. But he did this caricature with them, and it's just like...
I want to get your thoughts on this because Matthew Gold in the chat says, I didn't like that this movie was in Gotham and you believe that Batman was not mentioned at all. That's not true, though. He is mentioned.
He is mentioned.
And what did you think about that?
Well, and most of the movie
universe?
takes place
Like,
during the day.
What did you think about Joker talk, Batman talk?
Here's the
thought it
thing.
was a
Like,
perfect
I don't
amount.
understand who said it or why they said it. Like, oh, this is not really Suicide Squad related. It's its own thing. It's like, no, it is 100% a sequel to the Suicide Squad using footage from the Suicide Squad.
Right.
The
her
animated
falling in the vat.
and it was the scene from Suicide Squad. It wasn't like they reshot it. It was it.
Yeah.
And the fact
she's
that
still
the
the
animated
same-
opening was the perfect. The fact that you didn't need to see Suicide Squad, the animated opening is fantastic.
I thought it was fantastic too, and I also thought it was the perfect amount of mentioning of Joker because
he's there.
He's
you
very
know,
present
but
in the film.
That's what's the best thing is like how they establish like, oh, Harley Quinn is this terrible human being, and the only reason no one touches her is because she's the Joker's girlfriend. And now when they find out that they're broken up, it's open season on Harley Quinn.
Right.
That is so fantastic. So the threat of the Joker was there at the beginning of the film, but then it was gone. Batman, I mean...
That scene where she's running, when everybody finds out that she's not with the Joker and she's running.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Mike. That was so funny.
Because here would be this girl, like, it's that...
with a
crazy
tattoo on the guy's
bitch,
face.
Come
on.
It's like the only reason no one wants to kill this woman is because she's the Joker's girlfriend. Anything you do to her, he will do 10 times worse to you.
Right.
And now that he's out of the picture, it's like open season on Harley Quinn.
So we don't have much time left, but I do want to try to talk a little bit of ratings here, Mike. A little bit of ratings. If you're ranking this with the other DCEU films, I know that we can, and you can't hold us to it because it's our first time seeing this and we've seen the other movie. This comes number 2 for you.
Oh no, I saw it twice.
Oh, second time seeing
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, okay. I'll still say this: Wonder Woman is still the gold standard for me.
Me too.
Wonder Woman is the top.
Me too.
God, this might be a second. This might be a number 2 for me.
This is my number 2.
This might be a number 2.
This is straight up my number 2.
I want to
over
say
Shazam, over Aquaman.
Anyone that
over
knows, guys, if you guys
Suicide
know me, if I've done my rankings before, if you have it anywhere and knew what it was, throw it up for me because I don't remember. Do we throw Joker in this now? We have to.
Oh yeah, then this might be. I have to see this again. Joker, and this, but I would rewatch this way
Okay,
more
we go.
often
The bottom
than I
is
would
the bottom
rewatch
is
Joker.
Suicide Squad, Justice League.
BVS.
No, BVS is higher for
He
me.
loves BVS,
I love BVS.
but I'm with you.
I love BVS.
Why don't we do our definitive rankings next week?
Yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna do that. I gotta think on this, guys. I gotta think on this.
We're thinking rankings, but for us, clearly
It's
in
up
the
there
top 3 or 4
it's the top
for
3
each
or
of
4.
us.
Oh,
Yeah.
easily top 4 for me. Easy top 4. It might be top 2.
So-
It does not take Wonder Woman for me. Just because, and I'll say this because Wonder Woman for me, I'm much more of like a drama guy as I am opposed to a comedy. If you just divide drama and comedy. I'm always going the more
Can I
serious.
ask one final question?
Go for it.
What has a better third act, Wonder Woman or Birds of Prey?
Definitely Birds of Prey.
No, Wonder Woman from. I don't get.
like
I
Wonder
don't
Woman
get
much
the hate
better,
of
but
Wonder Woman's Act 3. The whole them being deaf and not being able to talk to each other breaks my heart
It's
every
amazing.
time I see it.
Wonder
Every
Woman,
time I see it,
I don't have as
I don't
hard
care.
of an issue with it, but I'm just talking about final fight. Final fight scenes.
Okay, for you, if the fighting fight. Oh, Birds of Prey has infinitely better action than Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's got the no man's land scene for me is action. That's it for me.
Yeah.
This has, aside from the warehouse fight in BVS, this is the best action we've seen in a DC film. The warehouse fight is just biased to me because it's Batman.
Word.
Sorry about
But
that.
I love that fight scene in
Oh, you were
Warehouse.
getting into it. That's what I was doing during the screening.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to me who tweeted about Birds of Prey, and thank you to Birds of Prey who retweeted my tweet, which got 4,800 mother effing likes.
Wow.
Yo, Roxy Striar.
Wait, is that we're out of time?
Yeah, we're out of time. We gotta go.
All right, next week we'll try and do this more. We'll talk more about it.
Official rankings.
Official rankings.
You guys will have all seen it by that point.
Yeah, we
so
want
can
to
do
keep
more
this
spoilers.
light for you guys.
Why don't we do a live spoiler discussion Q&A with people next week?
Let's do it,
next
guys.
week. That
Get
sounds
out
good.
there, see this film, so we can talk about it together.
Don't forget to like this video. We're currently at 91 likes with 170 plus people watching live. So like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to Popcorn Talk, and we'll be back next Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific time.
Ryan in the booth, where can people find you at?
You can find me at Ryan Nilsen, RYNILSEN.
Roxy Striar.
You guys can find me everywhere at Roxy Striar.
And you can
Mike
find me at
Kalinowski.
Mike Kalinowski. Everywhere at that. Guys, thanks for joining us here. We're going to be back next week. More Birds of Prey. We're just getting started talking about it. Have a great weekend, everybody.